So today's webinar event, I am your host, Sean Kozak. I am the founder of NeuroStreet Trading Academy, and I want to welcome you to the event on the EasyAlgo software application. Today's webinar has been an event that a lot of traders have been requesting, mainly because there's a lot of discussion going on about manual trading versus automated trading, risk and money management planning, trade management planning. And it's really kind of the differentiator between man versus machine. And so what we're going to do here is we're going to cover that, and we're going to go into the details and why it's absolutely critical that you guys understand the power of the EasyAlgo and what it's actually been designed to do. As always, we are recording the event. We will send you a recording out, so rest assured you can have that access, and we'll get your recording via email. If you have questions, type them in the chat box, and if you can't stay, no worries. We understand. We'll make sure that you get all the information via email following the event. Okay, so that being said, guys, I need to cover a quick disclaimer required by industry regulations. As always, the business is risky. If you are placing risk capital in the markets, please do so at your own discretion. And please note that we're not here to give you investment advice, right? If you have trades, you take them at your own risk, right? We're here to educate and instruct on our products and services. So past performance never guarantees future results, okay? So I've got a pretty good agenda, but I'm going to go through the quicker things, and we're going to get into the more meat and potatoes so that we can focus on what I think is really, really important. And ultimately, we're going to be talking about man versus machine. We're going to go into the discussion around discretionary trading. We're going to talk about algorithmic trading, running an algo or using a signal to generate trades. And we're going to talk about how the EasyAlgo on the NinjaTrader platform is what we'd like to think is the most robust discretionary automated trading platform for retail active traders. The main objective is risk management, trade management, money management, setting goals, creating customization for systems. And what's really neat is that we've built a signal reader so that you can trade both discretionarily as well as automated. So depending on the type of trader that you are, you have the ability to leverage both. And the key here is that it really depends on full automation or discretionary trading, and it really depends on you. If you like what you're seeing here today, we're going to give you an opportunity to get on board using it and be a part of the school. And we've got a really, really big discount for you guys to be able to take advantage of that, because we have an opportunity. We're running a promotion right now that is school wide, and you're definitely going to want to take advantage of that so that you can leverage the power of using this moving forward. So, make sure you stick around to the end of the event. We're going to go over the pricing at the end of the event. Okay. So let's talk a little bit about this. No fluff, no snake oil. For those of you that don't know who I am, my name is Sean. If you ever need to get in touch with me, I'm an email or a phone call away. My team and I have an open door policy. We're not here to just provide products and services. We're here to help change your lives in the business. If you need help, we're here to help. You just need to ask. We've got a lot of very successful traders. We've got thousands of students, and we've been privileged to work with a lot of people, even including some of you guys' names I recognize here today. So thank you guys for being here. We really do pride ourselves on the success of our users, because at the end of the day, if you're not successful, we're not successful. So the objective here is to help you guys become the best traders possible. In order to do that, you need to know how to use our tools, right? What are they designed for? What are they capable of doing? How can they help you? Right? What can you take out of this so that you can become a better trader and then either trade and scale your business, right? So let's jump into that. As always, if you need me, I'm here. Just an email away, guys. Don't be shy. So algo versus discretionary. Who are you? Maybe you guys can just type in the chat box an A or a D, right? Are you an automated trader, a discretionary trader, or maybe put B? So B for both. I'm just going to put in the chat box A, D, or B. Just type in the chat box. Are you a discretionary trader, an automated trader, both? Are you looking to do both, right? Got a lot of discretionary traders. James likes to run algos. Perfect. So Bob likes algos. Dennis, Thomas says both. Okay, so you got more discretionaries. Got some traders saying both. Okay, that's good. It's good to know. Well, the whole purpose of the discussion is not to steer you in one direction, but it's designed to give you the foothold that you need to know the power of both, right? There's a time and a place for algo trading. There's a time and a place for discretionary trading. And so what we're going to do here is we're going to break down the pros and cons of this, and then we're going to get into some examples. Okay. Man versus machine. It's really that. Why would somebody want to be a discretionary trader? Right? Like, why would somebody want to be a discretionary trader? Discretionary trading is flexible. You have human intuition. You can do manual back testing, semi-automated rules-based trading. You're not dependent on a computer. It's rules-based, so you're driving it based off your rules, right? Like these are things that a lot of discretionary traders like to have in their control. But things when you do trade discretionarily that you have to be considerate towards is the emotions, right? Missing trades because you're either too slow of execution, or you're not reading the signal right, or mainly you just maybe have a hard time, executing trades, or you don't have a trading plan, or whatever the case may be. Maybe incorrect back testing, you're curve fitting. You think a signal is a signal, but it's really not. And also conditions will change. You need to be on your game. You need to know how you're trading if you're going to be a discretionary trader, which is one of the reasons NeuroStreet has trading rooms, because we want to be able to teach rules-based applications, right? We want to be able to teach you how to trade with rules, how to understand those rules so that you can follow a trading plan, right? So it's not that it's good or bad. There's good and bad to every scenario, and just knowing how to capitalize on the strengths in discretionary trading, and then rely on overcoming any types of pitfalls that can be in your way. The biggest benefit to discretionary trading that I feel is human intuition. You cannot clone intuition. You cannot program it into a computer. There's just something about human intuition that is just something that you'll never be able to replicate it as a computer, no matter what. Having a gut feel about things is just one benefit that discretionary traders have. Now let's talk about the automation side of it. Automating. Why would somebody want to automate a signal or a system? You can increase accuracy and speed of execution. You remove a lot of emotions. You're able to back test signals, improve your order entry, possibly maybe missing less trades. It's more mechanical, but the thing about that is that you're dependent on the signal, right? Like, there is no human intuition. You have to constantly be monitoring your system. The problem with automated trading is that not that it's not good, it's that it doesn't stay good for long periods of time. And why do you think that is? Why do you think automated systems always have problems over the long haul? Maybe anybody here want to put a little bit of a comment in here? I'll just come right out and say it. The markets are never the same every single day. No matter how hard you try, to put the markets into a cookie cutter box and have the best signals and have the best indicator combinations and have the best strategy, the markets are going to throw it for a curveball, and you have to be monitoring the system, and you have to be monitoring the conditions. Not all markets are trending forever. Not all markets are range bound forever. Not all markets have a lot of range or a small amount of range forever, volume, etc. So when the conditions change, you need to change with it. Your system needs to be adapted. You need to make sure that your mechanical application is monitored, because if not, you could have a really great week or a month, and then all of a sudden, bam, your strategy just blows up, and you're like, what the frick happened, right? And so this is where you just need to know the difference between automation and system-driven, rules-based discretionary strategies. So why is this all important? Well, we have been, I'll just kind of give you a little bit of background. NeuroStreet started developing software a long time ago, and there's a lot of indicators, okay? There's two types of indicators, and we're going to just draw this here. There's signal indicators, which is like, supply and demand, volume profile, indicators, volume analysis, signals, breakouts, all the stuff that tell you how to enter, okay, and exit, okay? Entry and exit. And then there's the trade management indicators. Trade management is all. So let me explain this. It doesn't matter who you are in here. I don't care if you're a signal trader. I don't care if you're a discretionary trader or you like to automate your entries and then trade the manual discretionary. I don't care if you're a fully automated system trader or if you're a rules-based discretionary trader or if you're just somebody that shoots it by the hip. Whatever the case may be, you have to have trade management in your business, which involves risk and reward analysis, which revolves money management plus trade management. I don't care who you are, every single person in here, every single one of you, there isn't one person in here that does not have to have a handle on execution and trade management. Because you could have all the best signals in the world, you can have all the best indicators in the world, but unless you enter and exit efficiently, your risk and reward analysis is in check, your money management in check, your break evens are in check, your blockers, your goals, all the things that have to do with how you manage trades, then none of your signals matter anyways. So by definition, this tool set is not an indicator, it's a need in the business. And the reason I say it's a need, there's a difference between a want and a need. There's things that we want because they look nice and they're actually, you know, hey, I'd like to get that indicator. I'd like to try it. But then there's things you need, and there's nobody in here that should be trading without something that can provide the solutions this provides you. And I'm going to explain why this is critical to everybody in here, including myself. In fact, this is such a powerful tool. I refuse, me personally as a trader, I refuse to execute on any other platform other than this because of what this tool does to me. I will never trade on another platform other than NinjaTrader for execution because of what this tool does. I don't trust the execution on the other platforms. I don't have the ability to execute money management and efficiently, risk and reward analysis efficiently. And we're going to talk about why that is. I'll still use other platforms. I'll still use another analysis tools that I'll have TC2000 and TradeStation and TradingView and all that stuff. But I will never execute unless I have this planning my trades because I just know what it's able to do for me as a business owner. Okay. So that being said, let's talk about it. Every trader needs to run their business. That involves money management, risk management, and trade management. You have the ability to trade both manually and automated using the EasyAlgo. We've built a signal reader in here that will read chart marker signals from indicators, not just ours, other vendor platforms as well. It's an all-in-one solution. We're going to help you plan risk, trade execution, money management. We can set goals and we can have safety mechanisms put in place so that you don't trade into news. You cannot overtrade or undertrade. We can customize your templates and we have full automation capabilities, which means this can read and take automated signals. We've got a lot of our software that's been made compatible with it. And we've also been able to make it so that it reads other platform in other indicators in the Ninja platform. Okay, it's only available on Ninja because there's the code is so advanced that there is no other platform in the world that will allow us to do this on it. Realistically, nothing else will allow us to code it. It's just too advanced. Okay, just giving you a heads up, guys. It's like driving a phantom Rolls Royce, right? Everybody wants one, a Maybach. Okay, so it works with every system and it works with every trader. So I don't care who you are. It's going to serve your needs because it's going to provide solutions to every problem we all face as a trader. Not just there's no uniqueness in this event because there isn't one person in here that does not require everything that's on this slide. Everything that's on this slide right now, you need in your business. Not me telling you this, it's actually a business need. You can't run your business without it. Does that make sense, guys? Give me a yes that you understand that and why that would be important. Because without trade management, risk management, money management, execution of flexibility, it's impossible for us to run a business as a trader. Okay, so let's talk about risk management. What we're able to do with this tool is we've basically rebuilt the chart traders inside of NinjaTrader to be able to plan advanced risk and reward analysis. We can pre-plan your stops and targets. You can set multiple or singular bracket orders. You can plan long and short positions. We can merge your stops and targets so that if you're scaling into trades, you can scale into positions. You can create multiple trading plans, and you can also run average cost calculations so that if you're trading executions at different levels, we can do that. What I want to do is I want to go and show you examples of what that means. Okay, here's an example of a layout, and I got, we could connect to cryptocurrencies in here as well. Let's do that. There they go. I got a chart of the NASDAQ here for a second, okay? So let's say I want to buy this NASDAQ market, and I'm just using this as blank charts for examples, guys, because I don't know how you guys are trading, and it's not important because this is execution. The main objective for me is, what's my risk management? I'm going to click on plan if I want to go long the market. I'm going to say, let's say I want to go long the market down here on support, okay? Well, that's fine, but I need to be able to plan my risk management. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move my stop loss down a little bit, okay, just here. And I'm going to set my contracts to 3 so I could ultimately set 3 targets, okay? I'm going to move my targets around here so that ultimately I can basically set my trade plan in advance. Now, you might say, well, that's a 2-to-1 risk reward ratio. No, it's not. There's your risk, okay? And you have T1, T2, T3, which means our software is going to calculate the overall R multiple of all 3 targets as a collective, which means this to me is super, super important, okay? Okay. And the issue here is that a lot of traders will not plan the risk and reward, because what happens is a lot of times traders will think that, they're planning 3-to-1 trades, but they're really not. This is only 1.5 because you're splicing exits. So one of the things that we do is we help traders really put the power into your ability. You can come in here and you can set your multiples. You can use risk and reward targets. Let's say I want to sit here and I change this to risk and reward targets. I set this and I put this to risk and reward targets. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this to 1. I'm going to put this to 2, and I'm going to put this to 3. I can set risk reward multiple targets in here. And then I can basically I can do that on an R multiple basis, or I can do that on an actual tick basis. You can do that for stocks, futures, Forex, equities, but the objective is to be able to plan your risk and reward analysis properly so that you're not assuming that your R multiples are something that they're not. Okay, now we can do this. Let's just take this out here for a second. There's a 1-to-1 R multiple trade right there. I moved the plan down, but let's say I wanted to plan 2 trades at once. Well, I'm going to go here, hit the short button. Okay, and I'm going to basically just move that up. Let's move this down. And now what I've done is I've basically just planned longs and short positions in 2 different locations. I have the ability to multiple bracket trades. I can link them, right? This is trade plan number 1. I can go and plan different trades for trade plan number 2. Okay, I can execute at market and limit. All of these types of things are possible, but the main objective is the risk and reward window that allows you to properly plan your trades in advance so you know exactly what you're doing before you get into trades. The biggest problem with traders is that they think they're going to enter trades in the right locations, and they just put their entry in and then they put their stops and their targets in. But realistically, if you're using other platforms and you're fumbling on order execution, it's really hard to run a business as a trader. Right? It's really, really hard. And that's why chart trading applications are so much more efficient than, say, running a DOM or, say, running hotkeys and stuff like that. Okay. So what I want to do is I want to talk a little bit about more so on the trade management side of it. Give me 1 second here. Let's talk about money management. Let's talk about money management for a second. Money management's critical. Okay, like you can trade well, but if your money management's not locked down, it's really hard to understand, the longevity of your company and the success of your strategies, essentially. Okay, and here's the key: position sizing is one thing, right? Like money management on position sizing is one thing, but scaling position sizing, like as your account grows, are you actually adjusting your size according to every trade? Like let's say you take 5 winning trades in a row. We can actually automatically read your account balances so that your position sizing is automatically adjusting on every trade. So as you take the next trade, you might go up in size. As you take the next trade, you might go down in size. It allows for stop loss sizing, risk tolerance settings. What's nice is we've set limits and goals so that you can actually, set your, if I have such and such trade profit for the day, I can stop trading. Or if I pull back on a trade that I've won, like if I'm up $1,000, and if I pull back 50% from my high water mark, then I can ultimately get out of the position and end profitable. The other thing that I really, really like is the different risk models that we've bridged into the money management. We're not just using percentage risk. We have 3 money management models that allow us to be able to trade off of either a fixed fractional, a static, or a dollar risk amount. And what a dollar risk amount is it really allows you to set, like, I want to risk $200 on every trade, or I want to risk $500 on every trade, rather than a percentage amount. Because what happens is, let's say you're trading for a combine, you can't trade percentage risk amounts on combines. They give you access to too large of an account. And therefore, if you set percentage risk models on a combine account, you're over leveraging those positions. So one of the reasons why we use dollar value risk and we do these types of things is so that you can actually have the flexibility to plan money management according to the way you want to run your business. We also have account warning signs so that if you're over planning something, a warning message will pop up and say, no, that's not allowed. You can link your accounts. Let's go in and take a look at what that looks like. So right now, let's say I want to set, I'm using a SIM account for this example, but I have my SIM account set to say 50,000. I think it's set to 50,000. Yeah, there's an account balance of 50,000, right? So let's do this for a second. If I wanted to just kind of stop here and go down to this technique button, there's a technique drop down, and I'm just going to show you where I'm looking here so you guys can see it. I'm just down here in this section over here. Okay. And really what we're doing is we're saying, okay, I want to tell my money management, I want to be able to tell my trade plan what type of position sizing to apply to my strategies or to apply to my trade. I can do static, which means I can change the size no matter what, but that's completely no restrictions. Fixed fractional, if I want to put 2% risk, okay, you're going to see if I go and I put a plan on here and I put 2% risk, you're going to see that if I adjust this, my position sizing changes inside of up here, but I can't adjust it up here. I cannot change it because it's locked. We lock this so that you can't change your position sizing while you're managing it down here. And the reason that's important is so that you're not sitting there messing around with your size, getting emotional. Now, if I tighten my stop loss, you can see my contract size goes up. If I drop my stop size down, boom, right? I'm only going with one contract, and therefore it's not allowing me to do that anymore, right? So the key here is knowing that I can adjust my risk. Okay, if I want to adjust it down to say 1.5%, I can do that, and it's going to adjust my contract size as well, right? Now, that's fixed fractional. Let's say I want to risk dollar value. I want to risk $1,000 per trade. Well, if I move my stop, it's going to drop my position size because I'm only allowed to risk $1,000 per trade. And if I can't, then there you go. It'll only go down as one contract. Now, this applies to all markets. It applies the ability to do that. And it's all to do with your position sizing, your technique, and the size of your risk. It all ties into your stop sizes. Okay. Now, that being said, let's go into blockers. Okay, goals. If I wanted to set a daily goal for a day, I can go in here and set $1,000 a day, daily loss limits. I can use unrealized and realized P&L, which allows me to use intra-trade analysis versus closed trade analysis. It's very advanced features, right? If I'm up $1,000 for the day and I say I want to end with 800 no matter what, and I'm in a trade and this trade's going in my favor, but then it starts going against me, I can set a daily loss limit of $200. And as soon as this trade starts going down $200, it closes the position and it shuts me down because I'm supposed to end at 800 for the day, which is about keeping you profitable. It's setting yourself the parameters to run your business the way you do. Now, not everybody trades the same way, but you have the flexibility to do that. You can do that. Okay, you can do that. So these are some of the things that are available to you. We've got advanced training on this because truthfully, there's a lot of stuff in here that I'm not going into the deep dive training. That's in the user documentation, the videos, because this will allow you to be able to really kind of maximize that. But one of my favorites is trade management. Okay, trade management is really important. How we run our executions, how we run our trailing stops, the break even, scaling in and out, order execution, on the fly trade management. What's really nice about on the fly trade management is that even if you're running a discretionary strategy or an automated strategy, you can step in and manage the trade. With automated systems that are hard coded, you can't manage the trade. You got to go in and turn the algos off. This, we can automate signals and you can step in and manage them discretionarily. okay, which is really, really important. The other thing too is that we can do automated triggers with break-even analysis. You can set the triggers, the trail stops. We've got several trailing stops. We've got several different types of trailing stops. We've got price trailing stops, indicator-based trailing stops, swing stops, dollar value stops. These are all just different methods for basically running different stop placements. And the key here is that you have the ability to choose your management style. So if I go down in here and I go into the trailing stops, I can't plan a trailing stop until I'm live in a position, but I have the ability to do ATRs, high, low bar and close, swing stops, price stops, and then I don't have a trailing stop at all. And the key here is knowing that if I want to run a break even, I can set the trade plan in advance. Let's say I want to take this trade down here. I can set this trade plan in advance, and I can say after 20 ticks, I want to do an offset of break even at 2, turn it on, and you're going to see that this is now saying that as soon as I'm filled on this position, I'm going to set a trigger of 20 ticks. And as soon as this hits 20 ticks, I'm going to trail my stop at break even plus 2. You can do all that in advance before you're even in the position without having to do any complications. It's super, super easy, hence the term EasyAlgo, because it's all visual cues. I'm a visual trader. I don't like complications. I didn't really like the way Ninja managed their trailing stops, the way they manage their ATM strategies. It's very, very, very clunky. And I find that it even makes it more difficult for people to trade. And I don't like difficult. Right? It's all about keeping things super easy because trading is already difficult as it is. Trade execution and all of this stuff shouldn't be, right? Let's talk a little bit about some of the extra bells and whistles we've put in here to help you become a better trader. Loss limits, profit goals. We just touched on this. High watermarks, news blockers. Sometimes traders are really, really emotional, right? You get news going into crude oil. I have a trader that's really great trader, and then I looked at his trading logs and he took a really random trade and over leveraged coming into the crude report. I said, well, what was that trade from? Well, I seen crude dropping off the report and I just decided to get in. Okay. Well, traders do that all the time and they don't even realize they do it. And even myself, as an experienced instructor, I break rules sometimes. I'm not perfect, but you can prevent yourself from trading into opens, closes, and news announcements by setting the time windows. So every morning when you come in and you know the news that's coming in, let's say I know that I have a problem trading into the market open. Well, I can go in here and set the blockers. There's a blockers section in here, and I can go in and set the time pre and post by 3. So if I know that I don't like trading into the open, I can stop myself from taking trades into the open. Does that make sense? I can set the news times so that if I know news is out at 7, news is out at 10, news is out at 11:30, I can set those times in here and I can put a pre and post window in advance so that I can block myself so that this will not execute trades. It's very, very good from a safety perspective, especially if you're an emotional trader. Okay. So one of the things that I love about this is that it's not a strategy. So this is the design that we decided to do, and this is really, really important that you understand the power behind this, is that we decided to make this an indicator, not a strategy, for the purpose of customization. If you were to load a bunch of workspaces and chart templates, and every time you load a strategy, you would have to reload the strategy. We can save this as a template. We can save this as an opportunity for you to just save everything in advance and then load the templates in the workspaces super, super fast so that you're not having to sit there and load everything independently. Let's say you're trading multiple markets. You can set up all your trading plans, all your risk parameters, all your money management plans, all of your blockers, and save them on your workspaces and save them on your templates, which takes up a lot of time. Like planning trades and setting money management parameters and everything for your business is a part of your business. But if you only have to do it once and then you have a template for, say, every NASDAQ trade or every S&P trade or every euro dollar or every Bitcoin trade or whatever the case trade may be, you can go in and set everything up. So let me give you an example. Let's say I want to come in here and I want to set a trade plan so that I go long here at the long here. Okay, this is my trade plan. Okay, I'm going to go in with a 100 tick stop, 100 ticks. I'm just going to show you an example of this. 100 ticks. I'm going to go with a risk and reward target of 2 to 1. Okay, 2 to 1 our multiple trade. Okay, I'm going to go quantity 2. There it is. Okay. I'm going to set a news blocker. So I'm going to go 5 minutes pre and post the news. And I'm going to set it at, market open at say 7:30 my time, which is the market open here because I'm 2 hours different from Eastern Standard Time. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use the sizing and I'm going to go dollar value risk of $1,000 per trade. I'm going to basically set a goal. My daily goal is going to be $2,000. Okay, and I'm going to set my daily loss limit to I'm going to set 500. Okay, so I put these in. Okay, set them up. I'm going to use unrealized P&L so that if I'm in a trade and I pull back 500, if I lose 500 on my profit, I'm done for the day. One of the other things too is I'm going to set a break-even plan in here so that if I'm profitable by I think it's 100, so 50 ticks, I'm going to trail my stop by 5 ticks. I'm going to turn that on. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the settings here. Okay. I'm going to go into the settings here and I'm going to basically make sure that I'm using, okay, currencies. I'm going to set this to ticks, not dollars, because I don't like to see dollar values on my flags. And then I'm going to go into templates and I'm going to save this into webinar test. And I'm going to hit save. And there it is. So now what happens? If I reload and I just hit reload, everything's gone. I've just lost everything. Oh my God, what do I do? I got to set everything up again? No, you just go to your templates, you hit webinar test and you hit load and everything's engaged. You see all the flags here? See, this is on, this is on, this is on, this is on, everything's there. Watch what happens here when I just go and I hit plan. Everything's set. My risk and reward analysis, my break evens, my money management, my blockers, everything. Super, super fast, super efficient. You do that across 10 markets, you're up and running in 2 minutes, not even. You're not sitting there having to load anything. Plus, if this is a workspace, you save that workspace and then the templates are automatically there. You just load the templates. Super easy. You can create as many templates as you want. Plus, you can copy and save templates from different computers. This is not an ATM strategy. You can copy this template. It's in the documents folder inside, okay, of NinjaTrader. You go into templates. Okay, you go into EasyAlgo. Where is it here? EasyTrader, EasyAlgo, right there. There's my templates. You can save those from computer to computer. You can move them from computer to computer so that you're not having to worry about rebuilding them. If something happens and your system crashes, just make a backup so you're not having to rebuild your templates. Like it's so efficient. Okay, so really, really powerful because it's not an automated system built in Ninja. If you're running an automated strategy, you can't do that. You have to go into the actual strategy managers. You have to load everything. You have to set the parameters in here. It's just a whole lot of work. And then if something happens and you want to close down everything, you got to reload everything. And then that's just how their platform's designed. Okay, so what do you guys think so far? It's a lot to take in, but I'm assuming, give me a yes or no. Are you guys enjoying the event? It's more of an information-based event than anything because this is a money management and risk management and trade management business event. This is not a, here's an indicator, here's how we buy. This is how you run your company. We do events all of the time, guys, on how to trade. This is how you run the business, which is the most important part, okay? A lot of traders get it backwards. There's nothing more important than this, okay? So outside of all this, this was all discretionary trading. Now what we've done is we're going to shift the gears into the algo section of this, okay? Automation is a choice. You can fully automate signals or you can semi-automate signals using the EasyAlgo, and it reads chart markers. So what we've done is we've built a signal reader that will automate indicators. So if you have an indicator that produces a chart marker like a diamond, an arrow, a buy dot, a sell dot, an up arrow, a down arrow, anything to do with that, you can automate it. You can assign an algo to it. If your indicators produce a divergence signal or a breakout signal or an order flow signal, like all of our print profiler signals, our breakout trading systems, like everything that we've got a whole bunch of our software that produces chart marker signals. You can automate all of those and turn them into automated systems if you choose to. And you can run them as an algo, fully automated or semi-automated. Just depends on how you want to set it up. You can do back testing and replay so that you can actually back test your systems using the signal readers. And what we've also done is we've created the ability to be able to set your systems up with different parameters. So you can enter on bar close, intra-bar, market on limit. You can offset your entries. You can system override. You can automate fully systematic trading plans. Plus, everything that I've said here today on how to set up your plans with ultimately, your trade plans, your flags, your stops, your targets, your money management, your risk and reward. What you do is you build all that first, and then as soon as you want to automate it, you can automate your trading plans and your signals at the same time. So here's the cool part. All of the stuff that we do with the risk and reward and the money management and everything we've just discussed can be built first. And then all you need to do is just tell the system whether you want to signal, you want to run that as an automated signal, or you want to trade it discretionarily. And that's the fun part about what the auto algo reader does, is because you can set everything up. And let's say that you've got an indicator or some of ours that produces signals like this. You can automate it so that as soon as that buy signal happens, the EasyAlgo takes your trading plan, your stop, your target, any of the parameters that you set, and fires that off as an entry. You can automate it. You can reverse the positions. If you get a short signal, you can exit in reverse. You can take multiple trades in one direction. You can block trades. There's so many things you can do with this as an automated system trader. A lot of traders are using our order flow software because it produces a lot of order flow signals. A lot of traders use the breakouts and the divergence systems that we have, and you can automate all those signals completely with the EasyAlgo. So depending on how you choose to trade, it really puts the power into your hands, and you can really just start playing with it and start using it and really start to leverage the power of discretionary and automated trading. So what I want to do is I want to go in, I want to talk a little bit about this, okay? Let's say I had a chart marker where I had an indicator, any type of indicator. It's going to read these chart markers. So as long as your indicator produces an up arrow, a down arrow, a diamond, a dot, a square, an up, down, triangle. Let's say I want to do a chart arrow right here, right there. I want to take that, okay, and right, you just want to use it, right? There's a buy signal. Let's say this chart, this market was going like this, going like this, going like this, and then all of a sudden, bam, right at the low, you got that signal with an indicator. Okay, whatever indicator you're using that produces a signal. Okay, our software is gonna, you can see here it says algo down here. This runs the algo controls. So you just click on algo, and in order for it to read, you would need to have an up arrow. You need to turn it to chartreuse. Down arrow, if I wanted to run a down arrow, I need to turn the colors so that it matches the red, right? So this is I think it's crimson. If I wanted to put it to say red, I need to have red matching red so that I can ultimately have the down arrow matching down red. You just need to tell it whatever your indicator settings are set to, because some people change the colors. You just need to let our system know that you're reading the up green arrows, so that as soon as we get an up green arrow, it'll automatically fire this plan off right there on the arrow. Boom. And then everything else that you told it to do, break evens, trailing stops, will automatically integrate money management, target distance, everything, your blockers, everything. All we're doing is telling us to automate your trading plans because you're choosing to read a signal, right? Doing all of that, right? So we only read chart markers. We do not read anything other than chart markers, because indicators produce signals, which are chart markers, right? And if you have an indicator that you want to use and you're not sure if it'll read it, send us an email and our team can check with it, okay? Our team can check with it. So outside of all this, one of the things I want you to know is that because this is such a robust execution platform, there's a detailed user documentation and also a very extensive deep dive training video section that has been built for both the manual trading as well as the discretionary. So what we've done is we've done really hands-on training in groups, and we filmed them, and you have access to those in the members area, so that we really spend a lot of time teaching you how to use this to your advantage. If you've been in any of our trading rooms, you'll notice that we don't trade without this. Like, you will not see our instructors trade without the EasyAlgo. Like, I don't know why you'd want to. It's, to me, I personally can't execute comfortably not being able to trade and plan my trades properly. I haven't been able to adjust myself because I've gotten so flexible with being able to plan risk, money management, trade plans, stop sizes, everything, that when I try to execute on other platforms, I get really uncomfortable because it's very easy to trade this way, right? And hence the name EasyAlgo, right? Hence the name EasyAlgo. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to kind of transition here into providing you some food for thought, okay? Because as I mentioned, we've got a really, really big promotion running here today. And the key here is to help you guys get up and running using this in your business, right? Because you could be trading manually, or he could be trading manually, or you could be trading discretionarily, semi-automated, fully automated, whatever your preference is. This will benefit your needs essentially. Okay. I'll go over questions at the end, guys. Just bear with me here, and we're going to go over stuff, and then I'm going to go do over detailed Q&A. Okay. So just so you guys know, we're a 4+ rated company, which means, you know, we're next on the level of excellence in terms of hundreds of reviews. So if you ever have any questions or you want to talk to our traders, you can easily just go to the Trustpilot review site on Google, check us out. One of the benefits that you get by being a member of our school is you get access to our Discord threads. We've got fully functioning trading chat rooms that we run with the school with hundreds of users with different market focuses. So we've got software threads, we've got platform threads, we've got trade room threads. We've got indicator threads, everything that we do. It's just a hangout for all of our traders. We've got several thousand users in the school, but we've got hundreds of traders that communicate on a daily basis. We post our trades, we communicate. It's a very, very great place to be, guys, especially if you're outside of the trading rooms. You want to be communicating with traders. It's really, really a powerful place. Now, what's really a benefit to you guys is that NeuroStreet is like the Netflix of trading. What we do is very, very different moving forward for some of you. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with our model or not, but this year we made a huge company pivot to becoming a Netflix model that now puts the power into your guys' hands. Rather than buying education courses and indicators and subscribing to trading rooms and having to figure out which indicator to buy and whether or not do you guys offer trials and all this? We don't do that anymore. What we do is we have an all-inclusive model. Everything in our company is an all-in model. If you use one of our indicators, you have access to 50 indicators on 3 platforms. If you use one of our indicators, you have access to all of our trade rooms 5 days a week. There is no, I don't have access to something or not. It's like Netflix. If you subscribe to Netflix, you can watch any movie that you want, and you can watch as many as you want. There's no bias, right? You have access to the entire inventory of resources. So the power for that is that even if you're using the EasyAlgo, you can still use everything else in our company and join our trade rooms and be a part of our classes and everything without even having to buy anything else, which is a serious, serious advantage to you, because I can assure you this, that once you're in, you're never going to want to leave. I can tell you that right now. You'll never want to leave. So what I'm going to do, guys, I'm a firm believer of putting together a story to kind of tell a message. One of my favorite gangster movies of all time was, this right here, The Godfather. And The Godfather always talked about making an offer you can't refuse. And I use this slide a lot because I just love it so much. I think it's super important, super powerful. The reason why The Godfather was so respected is because he made everybody an offer you can't refuse. And I'm going to do that today. Okay. I'm going to make you an offer you can't refuse so that there's no reason why you would not want to use the EasyAlgo moving forward. Because 9 times out of 10, it's to do with price. And I'm going to tell you right now that price is not an issue with NeuroStreet. We're going to make an offer you can't refuse so that everybody in here can leverage the use of the EasyAlgo moving forward so that it can help you with your business and it can put you on the right side of your trade execution. Okay. So a couple things I want to mention. Our software program to be able to use our software, which is the EasyAlgo, is our gold package. Okay. So you get access to intro courses, cognition training, all of our pre-built resources, our chat rooms, all of our live trading rooms, all of our education courses, our strategies courses, all of the templates and workspaces. Huge, huge, huge deal. 40 indicators. We're the largest vendor on the Ninja platform in the world. and also on TradeStation and also on TradingView. And the EasyAlgo is just one of them. Today's event was just one of them. So you get access to today's software plus 39 other tools, and you don't need to be buying them. You just get them. Okay. Indicator training, huge importance to what we're talking about today. Plus, we'll install everything for you. So if you have questions or you're new to NinjaTrader, we can do it. If you get on a call with one of our experts, we can definitely fast track some of the discussions. If you need help with things, we'll definitely do that with you. And the concept here is that normally it's a monthly subscription or people can subscribe annually. It really depends on your preference and your budget. But a lot of people are not, maybe you're new here, maybe you're not. I don't know where you're at. But what I want to do is I want to build some trust with you, and I want to give you an offer you can't refuse. Never mind those prices. Okay. Never mind those prices. How many of you guys like movies? Can you guys go to the movies with your friends? How many of you guys like to watch movies? Eat popcorn with your family, your kids? I don't know. Give me a yes or no if you guys like movies, or you like going for dinner. James likes movies. Everybody else here, anybody here like, nobody else likes watching movies? I don't know, man. Sometimes you never know, right? Anybody here like going out for coffee, going out for dinner with your friends, whatever the case may be? What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you an opportunity here to understand the difference in the story behind this, okay? I'm going to basically give you the cost of $25, okay? If you can afford $25, you can afford everything in our school. We're going to give you the first month to have access to everything in our school, all the software, okay, all of the and that's a typo. The offer expires I think Friday or Saturday. I'm not sure what actually. That's a typo on the slide. If you can afford a movie and some popcorn, you can afford this, and you can use what we're talking about here. So no $349 a month, no heavy expensive upfront cost. It's literally $25 to get access to the EasyAlgo and everything that we talked about in the school. The reason we want to do that is we want to show you that we're the real deal and you guys have the best of the best. When you're in, you're in. Then in 30 days, when you have the decision, do I want to stay with NeuroStreet and use these tools and use the EasyAlgo and join their trading rooms? You're not going to be rebilled at $349. We're going to send you a discount, which we're going to give you a huge discount to be able to renew ongoing at a much less rate. So rest assured, in the next 30 days, my team's going to email you. We're going to give you a discount to be able to consider moving forward if you want to stay with us. So $25 to come in and change your destiny, so to speak. Right now, the best part about it is you're not locked in. There's no contracts. We have a love us or leave us policy. So if you want to stay with us, fantastic. If we have not surpassed your expectations with the software or services in the next 30 days, for $25, you can cancel. You have no risk to you. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave a link here for you guys. Okay. The offer expires, I believe, tomorrow or the next day. I'm not sure. That was a typo on my end, guys. My apologies. I try to get everything done perfect, but we're human beings. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put in the chat box here a link, and I'm going to open up to questions. Right, now's the time to ask questions. Now's the time to kind of go over them. I'm going to go over them. We've got a couple questions in here. Can you place an ATR stop? Yes, you can. An ATR trailing stop, you can. An ATR trailing stop, yes, you can. It does not read bloodhound signals because it doesn't read racing stripes. It doesn't read racing stripes. It reads chart markers. Okay. Yeah. Thanks, champ. No problem. We'll get that sorted here soon. So let me see here. Can it place trades specific times if I want to buy at 3 p.m.? It can if you want. If it's reading signals, it can. It's not about time. It's about the signals. So if your software produces a signal, you can block them outside of those times. So let's say you're running an automated system or a signal system and it's a chart marker and you want it to take trades around 3 o'clock, then you could just block times outside of that. And then when your software produces signals, it'll take it at 3. Robert, it's very easy for a new trader. And that's the whole point, is that you don't need to go into the complicated stuff right away. And that's the whole point of not just jumping into algos right away. I mean, the whole point of the manual trade plans, the money management, the risk and reward, it's very simple. That's why we call it EasyAlgo, because it's very click and click. It's a click the plan button, move your stops and targets. Click the technique, plan your money management. Click your stops and targets, plan your stops and targets. And it's all detailed in the members area. It's super, super efficient, super easy, real easy training videos. And Jeff, my product specialist, can easily jump on a call with you. Anybody here that needs any other additional training, we can set up time and you can speak with our team. We can install it for you and we can definitely help you out. Yeah. The whole point of the EasyAlgo is to make trade management, risk management, money management easy. Because I haven't seen anything out there that is easy. Everything is all complicated. It doesn't need to be complicated. Okay. And the reason we built it like this is because it's really meant by used by more active traders. Like there's a lot of tools out there that are built for building and testing ideas and running hypothesis and all that stuff. But like if you're a real trader and you're trading and you're really active and you're trying to like be really on your game, this is more efficient for active traders. Right? There's a lot of great tools out there for building and testing systems, which is really well built, but it's I don't know, it's just more for building and testing. It's not so much for active trading. I find a lot of our traders that trade this are active traders. Yeah. All right, guys. So I'm going to leave it open to you guys. Here's the link. In order to save and take advantage of that, you're going to want to take advantage of that link. It's 93% off, guys. Like that's bigger than a Black Friday times 2. We're trying to give you an opportunity so that $25 is less than coming into a movie. If you can afford a movie and a popcorn, you're good to go. Right? So I'll leave it at that. If you guys have any questions, I hope you enjoyed the event. I'm really glad to have you guys come in here and be here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any other additional questions, my team is here to help you. And what's nice about this is you're going to see us in our trading rooms use this. So when you're in the trade room, okay, when you're in the trading room, you can ultimately see us use this. Robert's asking a really unique question. You know, Robert, I'm going to show you something. We have a candlestick indicator. This is sexy. Robert's saying, how does it compare to the candlestick Steve Nyson program? Well, that's a candlestick indicator. We have an indicator called candlesticks. I'm going to load this here. This is fun for me. We have a candlesticks indicator that will load this. Now, I'm going to turn this off for a second. Racing stripes off, okay? And racing stripes, longs off. There we go. So now here's what we've done. I've got a candlestick indicator here that's reading candlestick patterns, okay? Let's say I only want to show longs. Show bears, bears, bears. I want to show longs, okay? Here's all of the candlestick indicators. We can run these and you can automate them. So we scan, you can trade these manually or discretionarily. Let's say I wanted to take this long signal right here on this candlestick indicator. I could come in and I could plan this stop. There's the close of the bar. There's the high, there's the low. I want to plan a target 2-to-1. There it is. And there's my trade plan. If I wanted to do that, I get the signal, boom, I plan the trade. Now, if I want to run money management, I can come in here, I could run $1,000 per trade and I'm trading 2 contracts. Okay, there it is. Okay. Now, if I wanted to automate this, I could easily just say algo, green up arrow, come in here, turn it to dark green. There it is. And if I was coming in here and I had this turned on, if I had the algo turned on, long signal on, just like that, at that time, what would have happened is I would have, boom, it would have fired a trade plan right there. And this would have automated that trade plan right there, would have got you into the trade immediately. Just because we have the algo turned on right like that. So it really depends on if you want to automate your signals or not. But our software, when you ask questions like, does it read Steve Nissen's program? No, we have our own and you get access to it by just being a member of our school. You don't have to buy the software. This is a very, very sophisticated candlestick scanning pattern software that is second to none bar. It's amazing. And you can trade them. It just depends on what you're looking to do. That's the benefit of being in NeuroStreet, guys. You do not have to buy programs or other indicators. We have, take a look at this, the largest inventory of software in the Ninja platform. So all of this inventory here, all of these indicators with NS in front of it, you get access to all of that just by using the EasyAlgo today, which means you'll have a lot of fun just tinkering with tools or just using one or the other, right? So it just depends on your plan, guys. Depends on what you're looking to do, but we can accommodate your goals and your needs, okay? So I hope that answers your question, Robert. Whether you're an order flow trader, a supply and demand trader, profile trader, candlestick trader, whether you're a price action trader, discretionary, automated, the EasyAlgo will benefit your trading. It's a need, it's not a want. We need to use this stuff. Okay. So that's it, guys. I think I've done my part. I've hit the hour mark. Your time is very valuable to me. So Peter says, do I have to pay for market data? That has nothing to do with this. Market data is data on a platform. You can use Ninja and you can get sim data. You do not need to buy NinjaTrader to use this tool. You can use NinjaTrader for free. Their platform is free. Plus, you can access sim data for free. None of our software requires live data feeds. You can use sim data feeds, which is live, just not live accounts. And then you never need to buy a platform license with Ninja until you want to trade live accounts. So there's no real cost to you in terms of platform or data, just getting up and running using our tools. Yeah. Which is a huge advantage to you guys. So even if you're using Forex platforms or stock platforms, you can use Ninja to do all your analysis and your trade planning, and then it just depends on how you want to trade. But I like Ninja for execution because I can trade futures, Forex, and stocks all through their platform, execution-wise. Yeah. But that's me. I'm biased because I built these tools on their platform, right? So traders, I hope you enjoyed the event. Take advantage of the opportunity because 93% off is a steal of a deal, guys. I don't know what else to tell you other than, you know, let's rock and roll, guys. I look forward to trading with you guys ongoing. Take care. And if you need us, we're an email away. Looking forward to it, traders. Oh, here's what I'm going to do, guys. I'm going to run a poll. I'm going to run a poll here, guys, because I want to be able to help you guys moving forward. So just bear with me here. I'm going to run this poll. So I'm going to run this poll, guys. Bear with me here. Just in case somebody needs help or you have questions, okay? I'm going to run a poll, guys. Do me a favor and just fill it out just so that I know how to help you guys. If you're ready to buy, the link is here. I'll give you the link and you guys can use that. But if you need help or you have questions, you want to speak to somebody, just let me know because ultimately my team can get in touch with you and we can help you. Okay. And I'm assuming you got some questions or any of the nature. So I'll put the link in here. You guys can take advantage of it. It's 93% off. Okay. It's Black Friday times 2. And that's everything in the school. That's trade rooms, members area access, chat rooms, all software, EasyAlgo, everything, guys. It's an all-inclusive model, okay? And I'll have my sales team and our support team contact you so that they can help you moving forward, guys. So if you're ready to buy and you're ready to get on board with this, there's the link. If you need assistance, just put it in the chat box or put it in the poll and we'll help you. We'll get my team to follow up with you. Okay, because we're here to help you. Hey, no problem, champ. De nada. I'm learning Spanish. Estudio poquito español. Yeah, it's a journey. Learning Spanish is a journey, my friends. It's definitely a fun one. Worth it, though. Definitely worth it. Pushes you to use the other side of the brain. Yeah, I'll come down to. Yeah, no joke. I'm using Rosetta Stone right now, so it's interesting. Okay. All right, traders, I think that's it. I'm going to leave this up to you and take care, traders, and have a fantastic evening. Thanks for your attendance, and I look forward to serving you guys moving forward. Happy trading, guys.